I can barely breathe. My younger sister can barely breathe. We're gonna die. If you guys don't find us somewhere to go, we're gonna die. I'm not exaggerating. We're gonna die from these fur. From this fur. The fur is gonna kill us. Because bear in mind, the dogs were on the bed. Like when we weren't there, the dogs were on the bed that we were sleeping on, right? And then she smoked cigarettes as well. So she probably minus my life by 10 years. So they say, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So when I was trying to come to Canada, I had all these plans. Oh, things going to be so much better. Money going to be pushing. I can have like a good job. I want to have the job. I can send back money for my mom and help her out because I still have a sister that's going to be living in Antigua. And then me and my sister was like, oh, basically we can have like sister goals and we go gym together and we make videos together and we do this together and we do that together. Those things never happen. I mean, they can happen in the future, but as of right now, they still haven't happened. And it's 2026, and we came here in 2022. That's not 4 years completely. It's 3 years and a couple months because we came in July. So this year, July would be 4 years. 4 years? I've been here for 4 years? Oh my gosh. And it was a long ride. A very, very long ride. Let me tell you all about the ride. Okay. So my older sister, I'll start from when we were coming here. My older sister, she was 21. I was 20. I was 20. My other sister was 13 and my other sister was 11. We could do everybody by the age because my daddy been living in Canada. So he asked us like who want to come to Canada, right? And after he asked us who want to come to Canada, only the four of us, because he have a bunch of children, right? Only the four of us said we want to come to Canada. So he put in for like the four of us. Anyways, so me and my older sister, we always lived together. All our lives we lived together in the same place, right? And the 11-year-old, she used to live in the same place as us, but then she moved away a year before 2021, right? So she moved away in either 2021 or 2020, like just before. Either COVID was just about to start or just before COVID. So she moved away to Guyana. I was born in Guyana. My daddy and my mommy, they told them mix up. Anyways, so she was in Guyana, and the 13-year-old, she also lives in Guyana. So obviously the both of them would catch a flight to come up to Canada, and me and my older sister, we would come up to Canada together. Anyways, me and my older sister, we had so many plans, like plans out of this world. Oh, we gonna help my mommy send money back to her, help her. We'll be like sister goals, going to the gym together, doing this together, doing that together. None of those things happen. Let me tell you right now, up to this day, it's 2026, and they still haven't happened. Yeah, let me tell y'all why. So we came here in July 2022, right? Bear in mind, before we came here, my mommy, she always, oh my gosh, like I need like a water or something. So my mom was like, oh, when y'all go up there, please don't sit down and try to depend on y'all father. Because I always know, like when my daddy used to live in Antigua, it's not like, I'm not gonna say he never take care of us, but he wasn't doing what my mommy was doing. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. So I know like he can't change that much. Nobody changed. Like people do change, but to that extent, so when we came to Canada now, before we came, my mom was like, hey, you guys don't go up there and try to depend on your father and sit down on your father. Make sure y'all start to get things in order. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. We came to Canada, July 2022. Keep the date in your head. When we came to Canada, first, before we came, the man told us, I'm going to refer to the man as my father. So the man told us, don't bring anything to Canada. Huh? You said don't bring anything? So, but we're not stupid. My mommy she did not raise any fools. So I'm like, don't bring anything to Canada. What we finna wear? So I make sure me and my other sister, we make sure we walk with some things. And the 11-year-old, she makes sure she walk with some things. But the 13-year-old, not so much. Anyways, she don't know him like we know him. Because we grew up with him. He lived Antigua for so long. She was living in Ghana all her life, the 13-year-old. She born Antigua, stayed Antigua for like 3 years, and then she went Ghana for the rest of her life, right? Not a long life, but still. So she never really grew up around him, so she don't know him like we know him. We know him more than she know him, right? So when he said things like that, we don't really study him because he liked to talk sometimes, right? So she didn't bring anything. We brought, my little 11-year-old brought, the 11-year-old brought, me brought, and my other sister, we brought some things. Anyways, when we come now, he buy like a few things, and he buy all of us a phone. He carry us to open bank account. Things going okay, not too terrible. Bear in mind that same, and I can say the same day, maybe as soon as we got the phone, me and my sister, we start look job. We on Indeed, we on this, we on that, we looking job, because at the end of the day, we're adults, so we can't come to a place and try to sit down and depend on nobody, father or not. Understand what I'm saying? So you hear about these stories when your family gone foreign and people turning off Wi-Fi. You hear about those stories enough. Parent or parent not is a foreign life story. Okay, so when we looking job and so, and then one night my daddy on the phone, because we have an aunt, well, he has an aunt that was living here, and he on the phone telling her, oh, we not looking for no job, we not doing this, we not doing that. What are you talking about? You're at work. I went so far as to ask him for a job. He worked construction. No, he do paint. He paints. I went so far as to ask him for a job, and then he was painting this impression to people on the outside like we weren't trying to get a job, right? Okay, I believe in God. God, the one I pray to is the one that Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, that's the one I pray to, right? Okay, that's the God I believe in. He don't believe in God. And that's perfectly fine. You understand? At that time, I wouldn't say like I just started to believe in God. I always believe in God, but I was trying to strengthen my personal faith with him. Right? I was trying to do that at that time. And I don't know, he have a big gripe with God. Like his whole thing is, oh my gosh. Like even when he bought us the shoes, he would be like, oh, look at that shoes I just bought you. God could buy that shoes for you. Are you insane? Like, are you mentally, he probably was mentally insane, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, remember I tell y'all he have a big gripe with God. Because he has a big gripe with God, I don't bring conversations to him about God. But no, he always wants to challenge people. He always wants to challenge your beliefs because that's the type of person he is. At that time, I had the thought process like, hey, I believe in God, you don't believe in God, and that's totally fine. At the end of the day, I can tell you my beliefs, you can tell me yours. And if I decide, hey, you know, what you're saying make a lot of sense, and I decide I want to do what you're doing, if I decide that, then I'll do that. But I feel like maybe you should have like the same type of respect. Yeah, the same type of respect towards my belief. You understand? Because I wasn't talking on his thing, saying, "Oh, you don't believe in nobody." Da, 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 da. I wasn't doing that. Excuse me. I wasn't doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So every minute he want to talk about this and talk about that and why. Listen to me. 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 You say I don't believe. I already told you why I believe. If you don't want to believe, how? What you want me to do to you? What you want me to do? I can't do nothing. At that time, obviously. Well, I don't know. Let's not get in too deep into that right now. So, he telling people on the outside, oh, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, blah, 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 blah. Bear in mind, we're still in July, right? July that we came, yeah, that same month. Anyways, now, August roll around and things start to get tense. When I tell you tense, I'm not talking... Oh, not a little bit of tense. And I'm a real cool and calm and collected person. My other sister, the 21-year-old, she's not a real cool, calm and collected person. Certified crusher all the way down. Right? So one day we had like a big argument with the man. We had a big argument with the man, and all of a sudden the man was like, you guys don't have nothing to say to me. I can't remember the argument. I think I'll have messages of the argument, like the voice notes. But he was just cursing us out. Like, what happened? I think that's the night he was talking to his aunt on the phone. And I don't know if it was me or my sister, but somebody, I don't think it was me. It was more likely her. She things out, don't worry. So he was like, oh, these children, da. So my sister was like, oh, what are you talking about? We looking jobs, da. Anyways, everybody started to go back and forth. Not with all of that nonsense. So the man say, oh, you guys don't have nothing to... Why did he say that? Listen, I have to call my sister. Hold on. If she answers, because she's a hot mess. Hey, so I'm doing a YouTube video right now, right? And remember when the man had tell us, oh, stop talking, don't nobody talk to him again? German.
Yeah.
Why he had said that?
He said, what? Stop talking to us?
You don't remember he said that day, oh, y'all don't have nothing to say to me from today.
Because we were in the car, we were going somewhere. I don't remember. Oh, me and him had fell out. It was over the boyfriend situation. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how I get in for him to say y'all don't talk to me again?
Because we were in the car, I think the next day or something like that. Either the same day or the next day, I can't remember. We were in the car.
Oh yeah. And then the God story came up, and then he said, "Oh, we so stupid. Man, go do this. Okay, got you. Okay, later.
All right. You may get the money.
Yes, I got the money. Bye.
All right, bye. Love you.
Love you too. Okay, so apparently we were in the car one day, and as I told you, he loved to bring up the God story. You understand? So after he bring up the God story, he was like, "Oh, I can't believe I have two stupid daughters." Yo, the man said, "I can't believe I have two stupid daughters. Man gonna beat y'all," because he was basically saying because we believe in God, we could take beating from man. I don't know what is his logic there. I'm not sure what's his logic there, but that's what the guy said. And he's like, "Oh, man gonna beat you guys and rate it. And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about? How that come up?" And then because we're so stupid, he don't want us to talk to him anymore. So he told us, do not have anything to say to him from today. But then again, he's a Caribbean parent. But then again, my mommy never tell me. I don't recall my mommy saying that. Anyway, let's fast forward. So we back in the house now. We say good morning, we say good night. But he want hear good morning, daddy, and good night, daddy. You already disown us. You say we stupid and we this and we that. So if you already disown us, why you want us to still call you daddy? Right? Okay, we roll over now. We reach August. We're going into September, right? Everything going, everybody doing what they have to do. Next thing now, at night, we finally get a job working at Amazon, right? At Amazon, we work in night shift. I mean, my sister, we were basically working 4 days every week, and it was like the weekend. I think I was doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and she was doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because she wanted the premium thing, whatever. So we were doing like overnights into the morning. So one night, my sister was at work. She was at work, and she was at work. I said, good night. Oh, who tell me say that? The man get up. Good night. Good night. Who the F you think you're talking to in this house? Ray. And I'm like, is this guy serious? So I'm like, huh? He's like, oh, if you're not going to have no respect, you need to find somewhere to go. And I'm like, what? I literally said, good night. Good night who? Good night who? You disowned us. You said don't have anything to say to you. I went so far as to say good night, and this is a big problem. Remember, I tell y'all I'm the cool, calm, and collected one, right? So now he really getting me irritated because you already disown us, and now you're doing the most. Why are you doing the most? Explain why you're doing the most, right? So next thing now, we there, I made him going back and forth, and he talking like he want to put his hands on me. And I'm like, bro, we're not in Antigua. We're in Canada. We are in Canada. Don't. You haven't been around me for so long in your life and you want to put your hands on me? Are you crazy? That can't work. You check? So I just there, I made him going back and forth. So I call my mommy, I call my little sister mommy, the 11-year-old mommy, and I put them on the phone. And they're trying to tell me, oh, you need to calm down. I need to calm down. He needs to calm down. Okay, fine. Everything calm, everything cool, everything collected. Next day or 2 days after, I'm going to work. My sister is not going to work, right? I don't know. That day, things start to escalate because, no. Timeline wrong. Forget that. This happened, right? Anyways, now, the youngest one, the 11-year-old one, she grew up with us. She grew up with us more than she grew up with my dad. So if she grew up with us more than she grew up with my dad, why would she not hang out with us? It's like he trying to tell the other two little ones, don't talk to me and my older sister. And he trying to like segregate us. Bear in mind, when we were younger, he tell us, don't be segregated. Now you're trying to segregate us. Oh, okay. So he trying to segregate us. And I'm like, So the youngest one, the 11-year-old, her mommy know us. So she's like, hey, don't be segregated from your sisters. Go and be with your sisters, right? So everything now, this man, he's picking on her. Like she did, like one night she was literally sleeping and she was sleeping with me in my bedroom at that time. And he's calling her and she's sleeping. So she didn't answer, right? So he's calling her, she's not answering. I mean, she's not a rude child. She wouldn't purposely not answer you. You understand? Next thing, the man cursing her off, and she's literally like, yo, I'm literally sleeping, like, right? So he started to curse, and that's how she woke up. So I called her mom. I'm like, yo, you didn't need to send for your kid or something because he's picking on her at this point. And the oldest one, the 13-year-old, she used to walk down to my younger sister's school to pick her up. Apparently, this guy told her not to pick her up anymore. You're going to tell your 13-year-old child. You're going to tell your 13-year-old child not to pick up your 11-year-old child? Huh? Because the 13-year-old is in high school and she's in elementary school, right? So she used to walk down and pick her up because we're not from a place that they just pick up people off the road, right? We're not from that type of place. But here, I hear they just be picking them up. So So he told her not to pick her up. What? So then she came home, the 13-year-old came home. Cause remember, she didn't grow up with us. So if she go pick a side, she obviously gonna pick his side. So she came home, and when she came home, we looking around. Because where is Pumpkin? We call my younger sister Pumpkin. Where is Pumpkin, right? Pumpkin is not there. So we asked her, where is Pumpkin? She said her father said, don't pick up Pumpkin. What? What? So now, me and my older sister, we get on some clothes and we walk in to go and pick up Pumpkin. And we meet Pumpkin like 3/4 of the way. 3/4 or quarter. Should we meet her like a 3/4 way on her way home. And we're like, she's like, oh, she don't know. She was waiting for the 13-year-old, but the 13-year-old never came. And we're like, yeah, apparently your dad said not to pick you up. And she's like, what? And she saw her because why would her dad say something like that, right? Okay. So that night, obviously, I had work. And for some reason, I don't know, but it's like we felt like something was going to happen because the 13-year-old, she called her. See, why am I supposed to have all these different baby mothers? Okay. The 13-year-old, she called her mom. And when she called her mom, she was telling her mom, oh, like they're getting on me because daddy said not to pick up the 11-year-old and I didn't pick her up. And now they say like, oh, how am I going to do something like that? It's your sister. How are you going to do something like that? Like what? But then again, she grew up by herself. So she don't really know loyalty to other people around her. So that quite fine. At that time, I didn't understand that, but now obviously I do, right? So they start packing up our things. I don't know. I do not know. But we just felt it. I kid you not. We felt it, right? And they start packing up our things, and I had work, so I wasn't there to pack up. So I'm telling them everything what to pack up for me. Da 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 da. You check. So that same day, apparently my sister, because we got down on the 13-year-old, basically, she told him, and next thing you know, he telling my older, you guys need to find somewhere to go. Like he was giving her some kind of days. He's like, oh, you guys need to find somewhere to go because you guys can't stay here anymore. This is September. We came in July. We came here in July. All of this is 2022 in the space of 3 months. You're telling us where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? You brought us here. You brought us here. You paid for the flight. You said, hey, come here. Da 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 da. Okay, perfectly fine, perfectly fine. He said we need to find somewhere to go. So my older sister said, okay. I guess that answer was not good enough for him. Because he was like, oh, if you guys don't find somewhere to go, I'm going to take you guys to the shelter. So now, remember I told y'all my sister was a certified crasher. She's like, a shelter? Are we dogs? Do we look like dogs? So now her and him, they start going back and forth. And he's like, oh, he's going to call the police to have us removed, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have us removed? What? What? I wasn't there. This is what they told me, right? So I'm at work and I finally get a call and my sister's like, oh, your dad called the police and we can't stay here anymore. So we're going to go by his wife, which is not his wife. They separated, but she's the only other person that we know here in Canada at that time. So we had to go by her, but we can't stay by her because she have dogs. I have asthma. My 11-year-old sister have asthma. It's not going to work, right? But we have to go there until we figure something out, obviously. So now this is very long. Is it gonna be okay? It's okay. So now we there now, and she told me don't go there. She's gonna book an Uber for me, and I'll just come to wherever they are. So it's like morning time, because I think I was going home like 5 a.m. or 3 a.m. Some kind of morning shift. Morning, like 19 to morning, I was going home. So then I went straight by where they were, and then they were giving me like a full rundown, and his wife now, she's trying to figure out how our paycheck runs so that we can give her money. I mean, we were never trying to stay there for free, but at the same time, we just got here. How are you already calculating our paycheck? And she's like, oh, it seems like you're getting, I don't know, maybe it was 800 every week. So you can give me 4 and she can give me 4. You want $800? What? To sleep on the bed with the dog? What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We were going crazy, like quite literally, because we don't grow up with dog in the house. And she had like a whole dog business. So many dogs are going in and out that house. We didn't grow up like that. Dogs stay outside back home. You understand? But obviously I know I come to a new place, experience a new culture. So still getting used to it. I've only been here for 2 months at that time. So I'm not accustomed to no dog in the house yet. Right? So we were there for like, I think 3 days. 3 days, and we weren't eating there because remember the dog situation. That one of the dogs was in the kitchen. No, no. So we weren't really eating food there. But my little sister, she have to stay there. This a good thing because this thing happened like over a weekend, right? So she didn't have school. So my little sister have to stay there while we gone to work so we can eat on the road. But she not getting nothing to eat. So we start to feel like real bad. And I called my mom and her mom and we're like, yo, you guys really bear in mind, let's focus. The 13-year-old stayed with the man. She stayed with my dad. She's there with my dad to this day, right? We were the only ones because he told my sister, you and her and me have to find somewhere to go, and her mother has to find somewhere for her to go, right? So we had to go. Like, no options. The man said, go, you gotta get out of his place. At that time, we didn't know nothing about Canada, no rules, no laws, no nothing, right? I mean, take some advice from me today and learn about the country you're going to before you actually go to that country, right? So, now we at the wife house, and we just chilling, nothing too much. Here and there we talking, and when she started to plan out our paychecks, we were cool with it. Like, I mean, not cool to pay the money, but we were cool with her talking about what she wants, right? I mean, we weren't gonna live there for free. I mean, yeah, we don't stay by people's house for free. We ask them how much you want, and yeah, other than parents, you're not supposed to pay, but hey, stand corrected, right? So, next thing now, we there, bear in mind, he have a document for me, my dad. He have one of my documents, right? But my document didn't come in the mail yet. So I had to stay in contact. But this guy, he changed the 13-year-old, imagine he changed her number the same exact, not the same night, obviously, don't. He changed it like the first day that he could. You understand? Like, he changed it like quick, fast, and in a hurry. The man wasn't playing. We're not allowed to contact this girl anymore. That was it for us and her to him, right? Okay, so no problem. We remember that we never really grew up with her, so we don't have like such a close bond with her like we did with my 11-year-old sister. Anyways, so we there, and her mom, my 11-year-old sister, her mom was like, she has a family member in Guyana and they have friends in Canada. Because at this point, I'm telling them, listen, you guys need to find somewhere for us to go or we're coming home. We can't stay at this place with these dogs. I can barely breathe. My younger sister can barely breathe. We're gonna die. If you guys don't find us somewhere to go, we're gonna die. I'm not exaggerating. We're gonna die from this fur. The fur is gonna kill us. Because bear in mind, the dogs were on the bed. Like, when we weren't there, the dogs were on the bed that we were sleeping on, right? And then she smoked cigarettes as well, so she probably minus my life by 10 years. 10 years while we were there. Anyways, we didn't know the lady had abandonment issues, right? We were there for 3 days. And she has a little daughter. We were there 3 days. I'm not exaggerating. Literally 3 days. So my 11-year-old sister, her mom ended up having somebody in Canada. Like, her mom's friend had somebody in Canada, and she hit them up. These people are from Barbados. She hit them up, and they're like, yeah, they were kind of hesitant. Obviously, they don't know us from nowhere. But 3 young girls, we in a spot. They say, okay, we can come. They'll come and grab us. Bear in mind, all of this happening in Hamilton, and they live Toronto, right? Okay. So because they live Toronto, obviously the back and forth. So they're like, oh, they can come and grab our things, but we'll have to find our own way there. Because then 2 trips, that's like 5 hours, like the back and forth, because it's a lot of things we had, and the traffic. So because of the traffic, it was gonna obviously double up the time. So that would be like 5 hours. But we're like, hey, no, you guys just take the things and we'll grab an Uber and come over. So we're explaining to our stepmom at that time, like, hey, we can't really stay here. We're basically dying. And she was understanding until the people actually came to get us, and they wrote their address down on a paper, and which we told them not to give her any hint as to where we're going at that time, because clearly she has these abandonment issues. So then she found out that we were going to Toronto, and she started screaming, and she's like, oh, you're going to Toronto? And she was going off, like, she was literally going crazy. Kid you not, she was going crazy. Everybody's arguing, and I'm just there with the 11-year-old sister, and I'm just bringing all our things because I'm ready to go. I've already lost 10 years of my life being at this place, and I'm ready to go. So I'm laughing, my 11-year-old sister is laughing, and now Miss Crash Out over here, the 21-year-old, she's crashing out with the lady, and she's literally, oh, mommy, she's on the phone with my mom, mommy, I can't concentrate. This lady's making so much noise, da da da, and she's arguing, she's arguing, she's arguing. So now my mom was like, oh, let me talk to Jalicia. So she put me on the phone, and my mom was like, your sister's acting just like the lady. What's going on? Da da da. And I'm just, no, I was laughing so much. It wasn't even a funny situation. I tend to laugh in serious situations. Please, don't judge me. So I'm laughing, right? And my sister now, she walk up the road because the lady's now getting on her nerves. The lady's crazy. Actually, thank you, Lord, for putting people in our way to help us and all these things. But she's actually crazy. I kid you not, she is crazy. She is crazy. She was like, oh, I'm gonna let my dog come out and bite you guys. I'm like, what? She's crazy. Anyways, I don't think she probably, maybe, who knows? And she was basically, she's like, oh, I'm gonna call CPS because you guys are planning to take your sister to Toronto and leave her in a house by herself. Who told you that? Who told you we were, what? What are you talking about? Who told you that? Like, we haven't even moved to Toronto yet. What are you talking about? Right? So finally, on the way in the Uber, making our way to Toronto, right? My sister, she started crying, not the younger one. She, just like me, she's like, everything is bliss, everything. So my older sister now, she's crying because she's like, oh, what we came to Canada for, look at this, what the situation we're in. Yeah, but it's okay. It seems like things, moving. So it's not like to say like things that terrible. So we went to live by these people in Toronto on Woodbine. Yeah. So we're living in, you know what's so funny? It's like I was just documenting this. It's like I know like someday that I would actually tell this story, right? I wrote down all our addresses, right? I wrote down all our addresses. So we were living with my dad from July, we were living July to September, like late September. So we were there for a good 2 months, and some days, right? So then we went to live, because my dad was living in Hamilton and his wife lived in Hamilton, but she lived like further in Hamilton. So then we went to stay by her, and we stayed by her from September to September. Literally 3 days. Oh, it wasn't even 3 days. It was from September the 28th to September the 30th. 2 days. 2 days. We were by her for 2 days, and she was going, yeah, it is what it is. Then we moved to Woodbine, and we stayed there from the 30th of September until like the 3rd of October, because one of our co-workers at Amazon told my sister, like, hey, if you guys need a place to stay, you guys can come and stay by me. I'll only charge you guys, I think she said like 350 for about it's 2 weeks, and anything after the 2 weeks, then we'll discuss again what will happen, right? Okay, so on the 3rd of October, we headed down. She was living Bar Lake. No, what am I even talking about? Why we couldn't stay in Toronto? Let me tell you why we couldn't stay in Toronto. So our job at Amazon, the one that we had, it was all the way in Hamilton, right? So we were basically, we were working 10-hour shifts. So like I would have work today, and the trip was like 4 hours by bus go, right? So what? 4 hours by bus go. So that means I have to be up and out the house, I think by 2, because I had work 2, 3, 4, 5. I had work, I think 6 p.m. I think it was one of those PMs, 5 or 6 something. So we had work at 6 p.m. So obviously I had to be out the house by 2 because we had to catch TTC. We had to go on I think it was the subway, then the go, then from the go we went on the HRS. That's the Hamilton bus. Is it HSR, I think, something, the Hamilton bus. We had to go on that bus. So we were just catching a whole bunch of different bus because they didn't have like no straight trips, nothing like that to go all the way to Hamilton. So that was the journey. 4 hours go, 4 hours come, hour till back. And that was like taking a toll. And I was physically and mentally drained at that point. I mean, still in my Bible, still reading, still worshiping. The people we're living in is calling me Mother Teresa. They're calling me Mother Teresa, and they've only known me for 4 days. I'm like, what? What? So the back and forth, it was killing us. And at that point, I'm like, hey, we either leave the job or we have to find somewhere closer to this work. So bear in mind, we're not bums. We're looking for somewhere to live, right? Actively. Because my sister's school is still in Hamilton at this time, right? Try to explain the situation to those people at the school, and they're like, oh, we might have to report this to child services. I'm like, what? I mean, we don't have nowhere to go. So they're gonna have to take my sister. And why would they take her? I'm gonna just send her back home, right? Why would I allow them to take her? But we said, no, we'll figure it out. We're looking for places in this area. Don't worry about it. We got it. Trying to look for places where we come from. There's no credit score. What? We don't have no credit score. We don't have no credibility. We have nothing to survive in Canada at this point. Nothing, right? So, we wrote like sick letters and told them, hey, she's sick for this amount of time, so she's not gonna be, she not coming for this amount of time, right? Because at this time we didn't know what we were gonna do, so we just go in work for the couple days or whatever. Then the girl was like, come and stay by her. So her girlfriend came, picked us up in her car and took us by her. They were living in Balik. I think where's Balik? I don't remember where that was, but yeah. So she took us by her. It's not that far by bus for us to get to work, but it's far by bus for my sister to get to school. Actually, not terrible. She just had to switch off of one bus, right? But I mean, not safe for a kid to be by themselves. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was safe enough because jump off one bus, jump on the other, I think, or it was a straight bus, can't remember. But yeah, so now and again, we would just walk her out the road and we'll make sure she gets on the bus. And then when we know she coming, we would just walk back down the road and go and get her from the bus, right? Like, at the beginning, we were actually going all the way. I think I have a clip of it on my phone. I think I have a clip of it when we were taking her like all the way, sitting, waiting for bus, and winter is coming on. We don't have no winter gears. Oh my gosh, we were suffering. But by the grace of God, we're still here today. Yeah, we look rough. Man, look at you. Yeah, you should see us right now. Anyways, so we were going back and forth, just taking her to school for a little bit, and then like we actually have to start back for work because these were our day off. We had 3 days off in a row. That was a good thing about the 10-hour shifts. So I think we were off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, I was off Monday, Tuesday. I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. She was off Wednesday. What? She was off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So we had 2 days off together, and then one day we had to go work by ourselves. So we were just going back and forth. And the girl that we live with, remember, she's working at Amazon as well. So when she have work, we go work with her. But if she don't have work, then we just take the bus, right? I mean, we're not new to this. We true to this, right? We true to taking the bus. So, still have to keep in contact with my dad at this point because remember I told you guys he had my document, and I had to like keep in contact with him to make sure I get my document because I need my document. So, everything was good. We were there for 1 week. Let me check the days. We were there for 1 week. Everything was fine. We were there for 2 weeks, and we gave her the 350. Was it 350 or 400? It was 350, I think. I think it was 350. Right? We sleeping. Oh my gosh, we were sleeping on the floor. I felt so bad having my little sister in that situation because we leave our country and we had beds. We were with our mother, but we had beds. We were fine where we were. Like, things wasn't how my dad would make it sound. Like, if we were eating dirt for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because let him tell the story, we probably were eating we probably were eating dirt for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, everything, I mean, we're looking for places. Nobody want to give us their place. We don't have nothing to say, hey, I can trust these people with my place. Everybody we go to, they prefer other people over us, obviously, because they have some form of credibility, or we don't. So why would I give you my place, right? So no luck with no houses. Still living in this place by the girl. But then she started to pick on little things. Like, she said, don't eat in the room. We weren't eating in the room. Her daughter, she has a daughter. Oh, why? Everybody went by had a daughter except for the Bajan people. They had a dog. A sweet little dog. That dog was nothing. That dog just come and go and lie down in his bed. So she had a daughter. Her daughter was eating in the room, but she didn't know that. But we know that. But we're not going to tell her, hey, your daughter is, if it's one thing you don't tell people about is their children. We're not going to tell her, hey, your child is the one eating in the room. Nah. But her daughter was the one eating in the room. She found like snack plastic. It was her daughter's snack plastic, but you know, we're not like that. We're not gonna say, oh, it's your child, da, 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 da. So we just let her believe it was us. Anyways, it's winter. So then there was a cockroach in her kitchen. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is so filthy. And she was going crazy, actually going crazy. You live in this place, like a big apartment building. It's winter. Don't you see the cockroach is trying to find some warmth? That's why he came in your house. It has nothing to do with you being dirty. Because if it was because you were dirty, it would have been in the bedroom where you said we were eating, not in the kitchen, in the sink. Like, I don't know, maybe it climbed up the drain. I don't know where it came from. But it was little, it was one of those see-through cockroach. See-through, transparent. It was one of those cockroach. Not transparent, like clear, but you can see through it. Whatever. Y'all catch on, Jack. So for us, when people start to pick on little things, or you guys are bathing too much, or you guys are using this, or you bear in mind we were buying our own groceries. If she wanted like to make food with us, we would ask her, hey, do you want us to buy something? And then, but then little by little, she started to pick on like every single thing. And for us, that means it's time for you guys to go, right? So I think around the 3 week mark, she had like a big argument. I guess she didn't know we could hear her, but it was a big argument. And she was like, oh, they this. Oh, she didn't know we were home because we were supposed to be picking up something we were supposed to be doing, but we didn't bother have to do. So she started arguing, telling her girlfriend this, that we're doing this. Anyways, we didn't approach her about it. We did nothing. We just took our stuff up and we just went our way, right? Thank you so much, but it's time for us to go, right? Anyways, she as well started arguing because we got up and left, and she was like, oh, this is why I don't mess with people. It's like, oh, like, I don't know. She made it seem, I mean, actually, let me not front. One thing I could have said that we could have done is actually say, hey, we're leaving today. But we didn't. We just sent her a message. We didn't wait until she came home. We just sent her a message and tell her, like, thank you so much for letting us stay here. But basically, it's time for us to go, right? But I guess she wanted us to talk in person and stuff like that. But remember I told you guys, my sister, certified crash out. If they spoke in person, it probably would have been like a bigger thing. At this point, I think I already turned 21 and my sister is 22, right? 'Cause our birthday is in July. So the other two still 11 and 14. So we were trying not to have a front-to-front confrontation because we from a different place. She from here, we from a different place. Things go a little different when you're from a different place and how situations should be handled. And my sister, for her, is not, oh no, I understand. No, for my sister is, she, at that time, she was just, at that time, still young, as I tell you, I'm the cool one. She's the not so cool one. So yeah. So we just there now, and we try get I think we had to book a Uber, taxi, something took us right back to Toronto, right back to Woodbine Avenue. Let me tell you the day. This was the 21st of October. So we stayed by the girl from the 3rd of October to the 21st of October. Say hi to my sisters. Wait. Say hey, come again.
Hi.
Yeah, it's okay. We okay. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. My other sister is finally here. Say hi. Wake up. Hello. Yeah. October. Up to now, we still house up in. Why were we house up in? And none of these places had beds to put, except the stepmother. She's the only person that had a bed, but the dog was sharing the bed with us. And like, we weren't sleeping with the dog, but that was the dog's bed we were sleeping in. We were taking the dog's bed. So guess what? The dog was angry with us, and he would always bark because of us. Sorry, we just need a place to sleep. So we went back to Woodbine from the 21st of October to the 1st of December. Yeah, because we started looking places. Anyway, the Bayesian people, they got to know us. They liked us. They don't have children. So guess what? We're now their children to them. So they're thinking, hey, these girls are really nice, and they told us that they would be a guarantor for us and help us get an apartment. Yay, finally, because we've been looking for an apartment and we have not been able to obtain one because we had zero credibility. So they told us they'll help us get an apartment. Anyways, at this point, I'm not doing this back and forth thing with Amazon. My sister is still doing the back and forth thing with Amazon. I stopped doing the back and forth thing with Amazon and I started looking a new job. Anyway, found a part-time job. For the time being, found a part-time job, right? My sister, she decides she's going to stay at Amazon. So December, all this time, she's still at Amazon. We finally found an apartment, right? Eastdale Avenue. not far from these people we're living with now. So everything working out fine. Find the apartment. They told us, hey, you guys can move in December 1st. Sign the lease. Everything's going cool. Everything's going calm. Bear in mind, I told my sister, I'm like, yo, I don't think we should get like a 2 bedroom. I think we can have like a 1 bedroom and all of us just cool. At the end of the day, we're sisters. This is not a forever situation. This is just a for now situation. And things will be fine and dandy. But she's like, nah, we should get like a 2 bedroom. A 2 bedroom so that I can have one and you and Pumpkin can share, me and Pumpkin can share. I said, okay. So we agreed. I'm tired. See my red. So we agreed to rent. Why would he agree to that? We were on drugs. I don't smoke, but I might as well have been smoking at that time. $2,295. Bear in mind, they only gave us that place because my sister was still working at Amazon. Tell me why the first month we move in, she says she can't do the back and forth with Amazon anymore. What? I'm only working a part-time job. What? But I had like money saved from working at Amazon because the Belgian people, they were only charging us like 400. I mean, yeah, we were sleeping on the ground only because they had already rented out their room. So we were just like 400 and then we would buy our own groceries and stuff to eat. But sometimes, even though we had our own groceries, sometimes when they cooked, they would give us food. They were very sweet people and whatnot. So my sister decided she's no longer doing this back and forth thing with Amazon. And I'm like, girl, what? Now? You've decided now? Bear in mind, my mom is trying to help us from back home, like money-wise, because when you're renting places up here, you need first month and last month, so double money. So at that time, we needed $22.95 times 2, right? Let me just do a quick summation. It's this. So $45.90, basically $4,600. I mean, we had some of the money. We had like money to pay first and maybe piece last, but we didn't have like all the money to get the place like right now. So my mommy sent some money, then my uncle sent me some money, and I think my grandfather sent money at that time as well, right? So everybody pooled together the money, and it all came together in the end. We got the money together, paid first and last, signed the lease, blah, blah, blah. Once again, we shouldn't have done that, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. So it's December and January. The 11-year-old and the 22-year-old at this time, they're not getting along at all because the 22-year-old is trying to mother the 11-year-old and tell her, don't do this, don't do that. And that was perfectly fine. But then she would tell her mom and her mom would basically tell her. But then again, you can't really do that because at this point, we're basically running our own household. So if you're in a different country, you can't run our household as well, right? We have to run our household. So everybody was still basically looking at us like all three of us are kids, right? But I'm an adult. My older sister, she's also an adult. But everybody looking at us like, y'all are still kids, right? But yeah, so the back and forth, it was too much at that time. So the 11-year-old, her mom said, okay, maybe I'll just make her come back home. So then she went back home, I think late January. I think it was late January. She went back home. Anyways, my sister, who just left Amazon, she just left Amazon. Yo, thinking back on this, I need to let this go right this year and done it this. She's gonna leave Amazon, still looking for a job. Remember, I have my part-time job. That's not that much money. Maybe 400, maybe every week. It was 400 every week. That's a lot of money. I don't think it was $400 every week. It was $200 every week. Maybe $290, sometimes $260, because it was hourly. Part-time, sometimes I was only doing like 4 hours. I was traveling like 2 hours to get that 4 hours because I was looking. So we probably sent out 500 applications on Indeed and never get back no response. Yo, we were sending applications. Anyway, I had my little part-time job. That was buying food for us. But I still had some money saved from Amazon. So now February, I come home from work. And my sister was like, oh, you need to start to pack your things. And I'm like, pack my things for what? And she's going to tell me we're moving out. What? What? Where are we going? Oh, we going back home. What? Okay, what? So at this point, I fully made up my mind. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll start getting my things together. But I'm I'm not buying a ticket. You understand? Because her boyfriend at that time was gonna buy her a ticket. I don't have no boyfriend to buy me a ticket. So then, I don't know. I just sat down and I started thinking. I'm like, I'm an adult and I don't have to make all the same moves my sister is making. Like, this is now my life. She has her own life. I have my own life, and I have to figure out my life on my own, right? So by February, like in February now, she decided, hey, I'm about to head out, and what can I do except support her and help her head out? We went to the airport together, said goodbye to her. She went back. She told me, hey, I'm gonna look a job when I get back to Antigua, and I'm gonna help you out up here. And I'm like, I'm on the verge. Should I just give up? Because I mean, everybody was looking on it like, oh, you have so much faith in God that He'll make things work for you and stuff like that. Trust me when I tell you, I was trying my best, my utmost best to depend on God. I kid you not. And He never, ever, 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 ever failed me during this time. No, not, let me not say during this time. I mean, specific to this time, He never failed me. But overall in my life, He never failed me. But specific to this time, He never failed me, right? And people don't know that I was crying and stuff like that within this time. Next thing, so, but then I did, like, obviously, I can't afford $22.95 by myself. Do you think they were gonna rent me a place $22.95 by myself? And at that time, I couldn't give up the place, because had I done that, I probably would have ended up, because I read somewhere that basically if you leave like a rental place before the lease is up, because we signed a 1 year lease and we only there for 2-3 months, is like they can make you, either you find somebody to replace you for the lease, or they can basically charge you up until they get somebody. Some craziness it was. But no matter how you twist it and turn it, either find somebody or give them some money, right? So I'm paying. I drained all of my savings to pay this rent. I think maybe 1 or 2 months. Then I had to start to call my uncle. I called my mommy. Remember when I started this story, I said I came to Canada so I can help my mom back home. I know she's having to help me because me and my sister decided to rent a place that cost $22.95. The same place my mommy was like, can you guys afford that? And my sister is like, yeah, I'm working at Amazon and I'm getting this good amount of money. Yo, hello? Please. I guess my mommy didn't expect her to come home. But for me, it was like, why go through all of this and then just go home? It would be like we should have just gone from the beginning. Like, no jumping from house to house. Just head straight home and be done with it, right? So for me, it was like, nah, I can't do that. Let me just see it through, see it to the best of my ability that I could. And then, if things really can't work, then I'll head home, right? I have a choice. But my sister, she wasn't finding a job like after she left Amazon. You know, things just work out how they're supposed to work out, because, yeah, they just work out. They're supposed to work out. Anyways, I ended up getting a roommate to rent out my sister's room. The roommate was a guy that I knew from Antigua, right? Let me tell you. Remember I told you guys I was following God. You see? Now you think about it, my whole heart probably wasn't in it. Because if my whole heart was in it, how come I stray away, right? So I was serving God, reading my Bible. I was attending this like online church thing. I was like so deep in it. Worship every single day. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I was on it, 100% on it. And then I met a man. I met a man that was supposed to be my roommate, but somewhere along the lines, I lost the plot. And me and the guy decided, let's start to date. Anyways, at first, it wasn't that bad. But I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritty of that relationship. Let's not get into that relationship. His family helped me get a job. Oh no, how we skip out this part? I was on this job board thing. And like, if they have like, like a big job fair coming up, they would email me. Anyways, they had this cooking program coming up at this like shelter place, this Covenant House. Like, this place, they had like a cooking program, and they were like, oh, we will give you $900 monthly, weekly, every 2 weeks. No, either every 2 weeks or monthly, you was getting $900. And the program was like 4 months, and they were giving you bus fare, and they were giving you breakfast and lunch, and it was a steal of a deal. Of course I'm gonna come. Bear in mind, I still doing my part-time job. I just explained to her, hey, if I can do more work one day and do this cooking thing, because this paycheck, I know sometimes you try to help me out in terms of give me more hours, but it's a small business. She can't afford all of that. because the paycheck went from 2 something to 4 something. The rent is 22.95. Please, you're not cutting it. You're really not cutting it. But I tell her, let me do more work one day instead of coming so many days, and then I can go to Covenant House and do Covenant House work, right? So I was going Covenant House learning to cook. I mean, I didn't need to know how to cook, but I did learn something. I'm not gonna lie, I did learn things. You understand? But then I remember I told you guys I met a man. The man helped me get a job, and at this time the job was looking like it was looking fabulous, because remember, at this Covenant House thing, even though I'll get on the job training, nothing is guaranteed. So here I am now flying in front of God's face, because like things started to waver. You understand? Because I met the man, things started to waver in my life. Like my eyes wasn't focused on God anymore. It was, oh, life starting to actually move. How about I do things on my own and stop studying God for a little bit, right? And I did that, but in the end, I sometimes I think, what about if I went the other way, right? I wish sometimes we could see our life like that, like see our life going this way and then see our life going that way. But if things were like that, then we probably would always be right. But I wish sometimes I know how things would work out. I know I would get offered a full-time position eventually, but at that time, because of being in Canada with so many uncertain things, at that time I couldn't take another uncertain thing in my life. So I decided to just take the opportunity that his family was helping me get, right? Because his family was helping me get an interview to get this job. And I passed the interview, and then I got into the job, and then, I started to flourish in this job. But sometimes I wish I had know what would have happened on this other way, because this place helped me. Like, they don't even know how much they helped me at that time. They really don't know. They give me a mentor. Like, they matched me with a mentor, and she's great. Like, up to this day, if I message her right now and tell her how life's going, she'll give me advice. Like, she's awesome. I kid you not. You understand? And I don't know. Life at that time, I was only looking at it from one way, like, oh, I want my life to be certain. I'm sick and tired, even though I know straight to my heart that God never left me or forsake me. It's like all of that went on the back burner. Everything that he did for me, every single time that he was there for me, even though I know like he never ever ever left me, it's like I just put it on the back burner, and I don't ever want that to ever happen in my life again, for me to just try to fly in front of God's face, basically, like to do what I want to do and not do what he wants me to do, Like, I don't ever want to be in that position again. I don't ever want to be. And the thing is, let me tell you, right, the one thing I thank him for up to this day is that I didn't accumulate a bunch of debts while being in this situation, because I had my friends back home. One of my friends in America, she would be ordering me food to eat, and then my other friend back home, like, she would give my mommy money to send to me. And I don't know if she remembers she did that, but I really appreciate it. To this day, she is my friend. She's like a sister to me. Both of them are like sisters to me, and I don't know if they remember they did that for me. But if you guys see this video, I really appreciate you guys. You don't understand how much I appreciate you guys. Like, my mom, appreciate her out of this world. My uncle, oh my gosh, appreciate them out of this world. But it had to come a time that it did come a time when I started to think, hey, everybody have their own responsibilities, and they can't keep trying to help me every month when they have their own family and their own situations going on that they have to, you understand what I'm saying? And that's why that's the reason I started to fly in front of God's face, because I didn't want to keep taking their blessings from them, basically. You understand? I didn't want to keep doing that. I didn't want to keep up with that, It was really starting, it got to a point, and I didn't want to do that anymore. And I mean, at first when I started the job, it was just because the Covenant House, the cooking program itself was just coming to an end, and they were like sending us out for the training, the on-the-job training. But even for the on-the-job training, you have to do an interview first. And the day that my interview was scheduled, my other interview was scheduled. So that's the day I had to make a choice. Do I want to try to get something permanent, or do I want to continue with the on-the-job training, get the $900, and wait and see what happened? And I was done waiting, because at around the same time, my apartment people, those people, they decided that I owe them rent. What? Remember I told you guys we paid for December and we moved in December. They tell me I owe them for November. What? We messaged you guys and we asked you guys, hey, is it okay if we move our things over there a little early, that would be November? They said no. You have to move in the day the lease start, which is December 1st. So now they're telling me I owe for November. We weren't living there in November. How can I owe? And I'm explaining that to the building manager. I don't know if that's what you call her, but I think that's what she was. She was staying in. Sorry. So the building manager, I'm like, yo, how can I owe you? Cause they sent a letter. I don't have it. I don't think I have it. I don't want those bad memories. They sent me a letter in the mail, and when I went upstairs to read that letter, because it was one for me and one for my sister, but my sister's long gone. She's long gone. She's not there to receive her letter, so I'm the only person dealing with this crap. And the letter's basically saying, we sent you, because they have to send you a paper first to say, hey, you owe us, and if you don't pay us, we'll be taking action, right? So they basically say that they sent me that paper, and I haven't responded or tried to pay them, so now I have a court case coming up, so they can decide if they're going to kick me out, evict me. A court case. So I went down to the building manager. I'm like, yo, what's happening? And she's like, oh, you guys owe us for November. I said, November? I wasn't living here in November. And she's like, oh, okay, so what you can do is just give us the money and then we'll sort it out and give you back your money. And you have no money for your rent coming up next month. How am I going to give you money for a month? What? I tell her if that makes sense to her. She's going to tell me, oh, that's the best they can do. I said, listen to me. Somebody here crazy. And I know it's not me. I know it's not me. They need to figure out what's going on. She's like, oh, okay, how about this? I'll figure out what we can do and I'll get back to you. Somebody got to figure it out because I don't have the money and I will not be paying. The roommate already there. At this time, he's just my roommate. And he's going to ask me how I bring him into a place that I owe money. I'm like, bro, I don't owe no money. Get out of my face. You're dumb. Stop, please. I don't owe no money. Why would I bring you to a place that I owe money? Like, please use your common sense. And he's like, are you sure? Why would they send you this letter? And I'm like, bro, are you listening to me? I don't owe money. They're crazy. I wasn't living here in, what month? I wasn't living here in November. They can't charge me for a month that I wasn't living. And now I'm at my breaking point. I'm crying and my mommy's on the phone. She trying to talk. Like, please, I don't want to talk. I want to cry. And she's like, oh, Lisa, your faith is so strong. Girl, lady, I'm literally about to combust. Literally about to combust. What? Anyways, they sorted it out. Turns out I didn't own, Stevie Wonder was the blind one. The blind man, that was him. Stevie Wonder could have told you that. He could have. Stevie Wonder could have told you. Duh. Obviously, I don't owe you guys. If I wasn't living there, how can I pay for a month that I wasn't living there? They sort their foolishness out. Anyways, finally get a job. Guess what? Things was okay. And then these people raised the rent. So rent is now 23.57, 52.57 something the rent was. Because, actually, let me show. Let me see. Because I tell you, I like document everything. It's like I knew someday, somehow, I was gonna be doing this video. See, I'm not even joking. This was one of my pay stubs. $2.95. Like, I can't survive. I could not survive. So this was my rent at first. You see him? I don't know. I hope y'all see him. Then it went up to this, the $23.50 whatever, and that $50 I had to pay insurance. No, was it insurance? No, that was phone bill. Where I leave that? I had to pay on top of the $22.95. I had to pay phone bill. I had to pay internet because sign contracts for these things too. It's like, why was I signing with my life so freely? I had to pay those things too on top. Oh, and I had to pay hydro. Hydro is electricity. I had to pay that. Hey, it's the grace of God. It's the grace of God. I tell you, it's the grace of God. It's only He did it. I'm telling you. One day I didn't have no food to eat. And I meet a lady. I can show y'all the video. I have the video. I meet a lady and she give me food. What? I'm recording this because I know my video want to keep the timestamp. But guess what? Imagine I wasn't going to come. What am I saying? Imagine I wasn't going to stay on the bus. I was going to come off the bus. And guess what? I came. What? So run that back. Imagine I wasn't going to come off the bus I was gonna stay on the bus, and I came off the bus, and I met a lady, and the prophetess had told me that I was gonna meet a lady that would be like have modeling instincts and stuff like that. And I met the lady, and this lady don't even know me, and she bring me in her house, well, her apartment. She bring me in her apartment, and she gave me food stuff, and I was like, and she's a woman of God, and I was like, and that's nothing like that ever happened to me before, and I just wanted to recall this so I can remember this day. I remember, God is real, and nobody can tell me otherwise. I kid you not. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Like, I document every single thing. I wasn't joking. Like, I knew that this day would come, the day when things weren't as bad and we weren't sleeping on the floor. I mean, our mattress was on the floor, but we had a mattress, right? We weren't on the flat blanket on the floor anymore. I mean, I know the day would come when we would finally just be free, right? I knew that day was going to come. And after the rent raised, like, I think the next year, or I think it was the next year, or later that same year. No, it was the next year that my sister came back from Antigua. She came back. It was May, June, July, August. No, it was the same year, but late in the year, right? And she came back, no job. So now still have to like find stuff for her to survive because she not working, and did that for a little bit, and things like really started to take a toll on me again, because I thought that when she came back to Canada, like I would get like some relief, but no, it's like things just got worse. Not worse, but just in a way that now I have an extra mouth to feed, but no extra money coming in, right? And after she came back, my older sister came back, then my younger sister came back. And then I think that that's the point when I started to just be selfish. Instead of just keep being selfish, selfless, and just giving away myself, I started to be selfish. Like, no more yes, 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 girl. Like, everybody getting a no. I need to look out for me now. Like, I cannot keep giving away my entire life and just like, yeah. Anyways, situations happened, and my younger sister went back to Guyana. Then I told my older sister, hey, this is like the next year after she came back. I'm like, hey, I'm moving on. You got to find somewhere to go as well. I gave her like a good, like maybe 3 months, because she came back. I'll say like she left in February and she came back around September, October. And then I told her like I'm gonna move out, I think the next year around February, March. And then I didn't move out until I think June or May, something. I moved out at June. Basically the same thing. I came and lived in my new house, my new apartment, June 1st. So around March or April, I told her, hey, I'm moving out. Like, you gotta find somewhere. And I don't think she took me serious at first. I really don't, until like she see me start to get things together. And I know she felt away. I do know that she felt away. She like was 100% convinced that I was choosing a man, but truly it was never about the man. It was solely about me. Me and the man not even together anymore. Like, we broke up so long ago. Like, please. A man was never, ever, ever. A man was never like the reason for my, except for stop following God. But yeah, I have to take the topic God, and that's why I can't allow nothing to sway me this time around. Like, I just started back my journey back to God, and I can't let nothing sway me this time around. And I know the enemy listening, and I know he's trying to think of ways to sway me. But I know better now than what I did before. I'm still a work in progress, not a perfect person. Still learning every single day. And after this video, I hope that I can post like a lot more videos to actually show that I'm learning and I'm a growing person. And I'm trying to get my life together. And the plans that I did have in the beginning when I wanted to come to Canada, I still have those plans. I've started some of those plans. I never ever thought that I would get to the point of actually living out those plans. This same month, 3 years ago, I was crying my eyes out, trying to figure out what am I going to do? What am I going to eat? Where am I going to sleep? I was stressed all the way out. And then 2 days ago, I got like a memory from Snapchat, and it was a picture of me crying, but I wasn't crying for the camera. I literally took the picture because, as I said, I was documenting everything. I literally took the picture, and I took it because, let me not even say me. I really do believe God knew that this day was gonna come, all right? And I took that picture and I captioned it with the song that I was listening to on that day, right? I was listening to February the 10th. I was listening to Big by Pastor Mike Jr. and it's literally saying like this, like this time would come. Like that's what the song was literally about. Like my time will come when things will be better. Basically, they don't say those words, but that's what the song mean. You understand? A breakthrough was coming, and it did come. And I really, oh my gosh, that's the thing. I can't believe I put God on the back burner, and I can never. Oh my gosh, I have to pray daily. I have to stay prayed up because the enemy. Oh, you see him? He always working overtime. He work overtime. He does indeed. He works overtime. I work hard, but he working harder just to get me back in his grasp. I kid you not. And that's the reason why I have to stay prayed up, because I can't ever go back to what things were. I can't ever let things go back to the past when I was like going through all of those things. You understand what I'm saying? Because as soon as I started following God, hey, when I tell you, like I just felt like I was happy, but at the same time, it's like all my problems started. You understand? But I was so happy, like blissful, like every day I learned a new gospel song, gospel rap, soul gospel, all kind of gospel I never even know they had. Like I learned everything. I kid you not, I read my whole Bible that year. Then I was just reading the Bible. I still have my Bible and I have notes in my Bible. And then I stopped midway. My Bible literally shows like you really gave up on God at this time in your life. Yeah, my Bible literally shows that. Like the way the notes are, my Bible shows where the notes stop. Because that's when, I was done. Like, I wasn't done because he did something to me. I was done because I started doing something to him. Like, I started hurting him. I started to feel guilty. I started to feel like, hey, I don't deserve to even pray to you, right? I mean, that's how I started to feel on a real. And I don't ever want to get back that way. Ever, 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 ever in this life. Never. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I mean, if you continue watching my channel, you continue to see how I've grown, how I'm going to continue to grow. And yeah, if you continue watching, yeah, that's what you'll see on my channel. If you see me crying on my channel, hey, I'm not crying for the cup. I'm literally crying because I can't believe, like, this is happening. Like one year I went to this gospel concert and I cried at the gospel concert because I was like, I never thought that I would reach so far as to be able to attend gospel concert in Canada. And something, it's like I felt like things were gonna fall apart sometime. But with God, the God that I serve, bigger than all my problems, I wish that I never let my faith sway and meet a man. Yeah. That's one thing I wish. Like, yeah. That's one thing I wish at that time. You understand? Now I understand. I understand things. So yeah. Now I understand things. So I don't think I'll let that happen again. And I'm very, very, very selective on the people that I allow around me now, and the people I let come into my life or get close to me. I'm very selective with that. And I'm trying to always remember that even when I don't remember, that God never leave me nor forsake me. That's what I'm trying to remember. That even when I don't remember, that he never, ever, ever leave me or forsake me. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't ever want to forget that. He never leave me. Oh my gosh. Even when I gave up on him, he never gave up on me. Even when I stopped praying to him, he was still there. You ever hear the song? Like, you can't run from him. Like, even if I go in the grave, he could come and look for me. That's exactly how I feel. Like, I can't escape him and I don't want to escape him. I love it here. I kid you not, I do. I really do. I always believe in Jesus. I used to tell my mommy, she used to be talking about, let's go to church. I'm like, I don't need to go to church to believe in God. I'm good here. And that was just what I didn't want to go. I only like Sunday school. If Sunday school over, I don't want to go to church. You understand? And when I grew up, it's like, I build my relationship, my own personal relationship with him. So what people say about him that can't swim me is only what I do in my life can ever swim me from ever, 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 ever leaving God. I kid you not. People can say what they want to say. People can say what they want to say. They can't swim me from not serving God. I'm the only person that can swim me from stop serving God. Trust me, I've done it before. I don't ever want to do it again. Because even though that was the hardest time of my life, it was also the best time of my life, because I felt like, even though things were bad, I felt so happy. I kid you not, I have videos. I felt so happy reading my Bible, just like I had a relationship. Like I can hear his voice, me and him talking on a reg. Yeah. I love that. Honestly, my camera is dead. I can't believe I sat here and talked for like 2 hours. Now I have to go and fight with myself to see if I'm actually going to post this video, because this video is very, very vulnerable. And I probably did leave some things out, so you can ask questions. If the question and them too, I don't know if I'm going to answer. But if I see like the questions reasonable, I'll respond. But even if it's not reasonable, I'll still respond. Probably not with the answer you want, but that's the answer I'm going to give you. I'm not rude. No. Don't get it wrong. Don't get frisky. Yeah. Well, yeah. And listen, I really believe God wanted me to make this video. From the very day that I came to Canada, I've been documenting things, and I wasn't documenting with malicious intent. I wanted to show like how far I've come in Canada, but things didn't work out how we planned. But in the end, I wouldn't say that I regret coming to Canada. I like it here, actually. I do. My sinus don't act up here. I feel so free. If I was still in Antigua, I would never, ever, ever get my own place and live on my own. I would still be with my mommy. So I don't regret coming to Canada. I like Canada. Love Canada. This is my home now. Antigua will always be my home. But now I have a second home. Yeah, and I like it. I don't have friends. That's fine. I was busy. People keep asking me questions about my life. Let me tell you now, don't ask me. I don't have no friends because I didn't have time to make friends. I was busy trying not to be homeless. Why don't I have my license? Same answer. Busy trying not to be homeless. And then when things started to work, I had other goals than those other goals, right? So friends wasn't on my top of my priority list, right? So helping my mommy, that was on the top of my priority list. And yeah, you understand? Like, can't worry about. So anyways, if you watched my video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you didn't watch it, still thank you. At least you pressed, right? But stay tuned. God's be alive. We'll make some more. Maybe not this long chatting video ever again, because this was a lot. And now I have to go and have this internal battle once again with myself, because I want to post it, but then, and I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me or feel sorry for us. As you can see, quite happy, smiling. God is good. Things are better. Everything is great, actually. So don't feel bad. Just realize that when you serve the God that I serve, things will always work out. Yeah. That's what you should realize. That's what you should get from this whole thing. That God is bigger than any problem. And listen. If things not going the best right now, they will eventually get better. Trust me. And don't let people come in your life and take you off the path that you're on. Let me tell you, if they're not already on that path, or if they don't want to change and be on that type of timing, then maybe they shouldn't be in your life. I mean, and if it's a man, I don't think you can change a man. Like, you personally, you can't be the one that's leading him to Christ. I mean, rare, R-A-R-E, rare. In rare instances, rare circumstances, this happens. But, let's look at the majority. Let's focus on the majority. This does not happen. You understand what I'm saying? So as much as a man is telling you, I love God, if his life is not showing that he loves God, he probably doesn't love God. You check me? All right then. So, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. I'm going to edit this video, and let's see if I do post it. I am praying that the Lord make sure that I post this video. Actually, I have to. What time is it? It's 11:10. I'll be posting the video. So stay tuned to see other things about the plans that I did have when I came to Canada, right? And I still chatting. I said I don't like chat, but I'm still chatting, man. Anyways, bye guys. Thank you. I'm recording this video because things are really hard right now, and I really want to believe that things are gonna get better, things are gonna change. Because I'm so tired. I'm real tired. It's like I don't even know what to do right now. I'm really exhausted and stuff like that.